All right, let's go over some of the hot topics that we're following right here on the program. And, you know, President Trump's done so many great things in his first 2 weeks. One, to give him credit for the firing of the J6 prosecutors, firing people from the FBI, firing people from Jack Smith's team at the DOJ, firing those that went after the J6 protesters in my opinion, illegal, just completely un-American way. These people were over-prosecuted. These people were targeted. And President Trump has now ordered the firing of those involved in that, and kudos to President Trump. Also, federal agencies have now been ordered to remove the pronouns from their email signatures. How did this get started in the first place? That's so ridiculous. Whenever I get solicited by a company and the guy at the bottom or the girl at the bottom has pronouns, I immediately trash that email. I can't take that seriously at all. So now we've got the email signatures, the pronouns in there going bye-bye. So kudos to President Trump. All right, today is the beginning of these tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. President Trump ordering them, and he said for several reasons. One, you've had these countries involved in the massive influx of fentanyl that we've had in our country. They're not controlling the border, Canada and Mexico. And, of course, we've got unfair trade practices. I mean, we're welcoming their products. Those countries are not welcoming our products. So we've got to level the playing field. And as President Trump says, you know, tariffs are very good. When this country was the richest it's been, that's when we had just tariffs funding this country. Once we started instituting the income tax, you know, we started having problems. We started having debt. And I think this is a great plan. He started the External Revenue Service to promote this. And I think it is something that we can use effectively as a tool to bring these countries in line. It worked with Colombia. Remember, we had these Colombian folks, the socialist president down there saying he wasn't going to accept the prisoners. And all of a sudden, President Trump threatened tariffs. And Colombia changed their tune, and the deportees were allowed to go to Colombia. In fact, he offered to bring the Colombian presidential jet. All right, hearings now moving forward. We've got some big ones. Of course, we'll be talking later about RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, Kash Patel. Every one of President Trump's nominees need to be confirmed by the United States Senate. We need to use our collective voice to contact all of these rhino senators, put pressure on them to do the right thing and confirm the nominees of the president that got elected by the majority of the American people in their states, like these rhinos like McConnell. Trump won by 40 points. McConnell's got no business opposing any of Trump nominees. In my state of Louisiana, Trump won with 60% of the vote. Rhino Bill Cassidy should not be opposing RFK Jr. or anybody. We need to demand that these Republican senators support the president's nominees. And the three big ones that are facing a lot of problems, because you have a lot of rhinos, are Tulsi Gabbard, Kash Patel, and RFK Jr. We need to make sure that they hear from us over these next few days. Kudos to Rick Grinnell, someone who has done a great thing, bringing home American hostages that were held in Venezuela. We're now got a commitment from Venezuela that they're going to take their gang members back when we deport them. They will accept them. And Rick Grinnell is bringing home some Americans to their families. So 6 hostages released. Kudos to the Trump administration and Rick Grinnell for taking care of that. And we also had a hostage released from Hamas. 3 were released, including 1 American. And whenever we can get an American or anybody that is out of the clutches of a dictatorial regime or terrorists, that is obviously a great thing. Very sad news this week. 2 plane crashes, NTSB investigating. Of course, the latest in Philadelphia, a Learjet on a medical mission. Very tragic with a young patient, family member. doctors, of course, caused havoc in Philadelphia. And then right before that, we had the plane crash in D.C., right by Reagan National Airport, involving a helicopter and a passenger jet. First passenger jet, commercial passenger jet, to crash since 2009. So I trust the NTSB will get to the bottom of it. Lots of questions about the helicopter. Lots of questions about of course, air traffic control, which is why President Trump is now questioning the hiring at the Federal Aviation Administration and saying, hey, this DEI that we've been doing must end. We've got to hire the best, the most qualified. There are positions there that need to be filled. The air traffic control there at Reagan National was understaffed at the time of this accident. We need to get the qualified air traffic controllers in place all throughout the country. And finally, kudos to Caroline Leavitt, the new press secretary for President Trump, a breath of fresh air, someone who is a great communicator, someone who can let the media have it, someone that can tell the truth, someone that now has brought on new voices, including Real America's Voice, to the briefing room there at the White House. So now we've opened up real press. We've given these mainstream press puppets of the left less influence, which they didn't deserve in the first place. And now we've made it a much better situation. So kudos to the administration and the new press secretary. And I'm expecting great things for her as we move along.